Hi, welcome back with BSC Army, and we're back again with another live AMA section. I'm Kristen, and I'll be the host for our live AMA today. We're pleased to welcome the two representatives from the CryptSpace. And before that, let me just notice you again about our policy for the giveaway section. So we have two giveaway, which are the pre-live giveaway and the in-live giveaway. So the first one is where five people, five lucky winners, will be chosen from the Twitter post that we have earlier on our official BSC Army Twitter account. And then the second one is where I'll pick five questions from the community for our Q&A part. Those two will be rewarded in total of 200 USDTs. So stay tuned for that and claim your reward after this live. Again, if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification for other interesting videos that are coming up every single week for our BSC YouTube channel. Right now, let's just get started with the introduction. So, Mechanic and Cliff, can you hear me well?
Can hear you.
Oh, yes, I
How are
can.
you? How are you doing today,
Yeah,
Chris?
so I'm good. So, would you like to give a little introduction about both of you and what are your positions?
Sure. My name is Cliff Fettner. I'm CEO of TheCryptSpace. Um, so, I guess we'll go a little bit more into the total story here in a little bit here, but we kind of came together from multiple projects. Mechanic was on another one, and I was on a project called Asgard. And Mechanic was on the original one called just Crypt at the time. But Mechanic, you want to give a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so Crypt, it started from a group in Discord, and we just decided to create our own token, which did pretty well. But as time passed, obviously our team started to obviously become inactive. Obviously, I started talking to Cliff. We just came up with an idea to join forces and just create a super project together, which should work out quite nicely.
Yeah, so can you guys tell me the story behind the CryptSpace? What are the visions and like what are the missions of this whole project to the community, to the market?
Sure. So it's actually kind of an interesting story and kind of goes back a little ways and from a lot of different angles because we've actually merged four different projects into one. Um, so if I kind of go back, I know like with my own path in the story, there was another project called Ragnarok, um, Rock for short, that was where I kind of got started in this. Got in early with the private sale with that token, and unfortunately, there was on their V1 launch there was an issue with the contract, and ended up having to be relaunched again with a V2. And when that happened, prior to launching the new V2 contract, they wanted to test out the new contract. So they launched two test tokens. One of them was called Valhalla that was launched first with a particular set of tokenomics, and then we launched Asgard, which is the one that I eventually took over as the second test token. Had the actual same contract as Ragnarok did when it launched. So when that one kind of came out, I took that over and we started running with that as a new project. Um, Unfortunately, the original project Ragnarok didn't have a really good developer behind it, and unfortunately, they ended up rug pulling a lot of people. So that wasn't a great situation. But we ended up with Asgard trying to help out that community, and we brought all the rock holders into our Asgard community and then airdropped them and brought them in when we actually relaunched our V2 contract for Asgard to combine them. And then from there, we we had actually launched on Asgard, both on BSC and then a second token on the Ethereum network. And then a while after that happened, Mechanic and I had been talking, because Mechanic, as you mentioned, was on Crypt. And then also, who's not with us today, Elsie, was also with Crypt. But we started talking, and at first it was kind of jokingly, we talked about maybe, wouldn't it be cool to combine the projects? And then kind of the more we talked about it, it kind of made sense. So we ended up bringing both Asgard, the rock community that I had already integrated into Asgard, and then Crypt. And then right before we relaunched together as kind of one super project, as Mechanic said earlier, we ended up bringing in a fourth project, Gaia, that kind of was looking for new ownership at the time. So to kind of break down what all four of the projects are, and kind of the background behind them. So Rock was developing a launch pad, which we had integrated into Asgard. And, we're still in the process of developing the launch pad currently. But basically, it's going to be a place for token projects to come to and be able to, we're going to have a vetting system that will vet out other tokens, make sure that they're real, that they're not going to be rug pulls. And we'll giving them a rating and push them on our website. Once they go through the vetting process, we will also be adding them to our rewards program that we're running now. The rewards program basically offers a token of the week, and what we do as with our contract is we offer that particular token as rewards for that week. So we have interchangeable rewards within our contract. So as part of the vetting process, once they're vetted, we'll be doing some advertising for the other tokens. We'll be giving their tokens away as rewards. And, we're trying to develop partnerships with other tokens, because in this space, partnerships are always good. So that one aspect is the launch pad and rewards program. Asgard had a portfolio tracker. So we've got an initial product out used to be called Safeguard Suite. We've now rebranded it to Crypt Tracker, since we're now all under the umbrella of the CryptSpace. But we've got the portfolio tracker, and future plans for that is going to be to add tax reporting software, and obviously additional features. We'll be always adding features to the software, and we're going to have different tiers for the software that, I think we'll get to a little bit later on when we talk about the tokenomics and the utility for this, but we'll be using our token for part of the payment for some of the higher features in the software. And then Crypt had an NFT marketplace, which, we've got our version 1 is out right now of the marketplace, but we are currently in development of a new revamped marketplace that we're pretty excited about. That'll be coming out in the very near future here. So and with Crypt, the kind of the claim to fame with them was that they offered really the lowest minting fees for NFTs, and large size NFTs up to 200 megabytes. So they're offering basically NFT minting for 35 cents, which is, if you go to a lot of the other NFT marketplaces out there, like OpenSea or any of the others, you're paying a lot more to mint your NFTs there. So that's kind of our, we're really kind of geared toward artists and giving a place, because a lot of the artists are starting out, they're struggling, they don't have a lot of funds, they're trying to make something of their artwork. So we're really offering them a place to come and not have to spend a lot of money to be able to promote their artwork. So that's where the NFT marketplace comes in with what Crypt had, and then the last project that we had integrated into this was Gaia, that has a staking platform. So we will in the future. We are now revamping the staking platform that they had, and we will be offering that as Crypt staking. And basically, we will have our own staking platform, which will also tie into the Launchpad. So as we vet and we bring tokens on and we put them into the rewards program, we will also have a program to offer to those tokens the ability to stake their tokens, create staking pools with us, so that people can invest in. So you can kind of see from beginning to end, we're going all the way from a launch pad to launching your token. We will help tokens actually plan their launch. We've got actually a whole program that we've actually used multiple times now that will calculate everything you need, from your total supply to token price to market cap, all of that information. So we have a program that we can offer to them to help them launch their token, and then have a safe place for them to launch their token. And then it goes from there to tracking your portfolio and being able to see what all of your investments are in with Crypt Tracker, to having NFT marketplace. And then even with the NFT marketplace, that's also going to tie back into the whole promotion and promoting of these tokens that we're going to be working with and partnering with on our website. As part of the promotions and giveaways, we'll be minting NFTs for them to give as part of their week of promotion that we'll be doing with them to kind of get them some extra exposure. And then obviously once you're on our platform and you've either launched a token or you're investing through our program in other tokens that have been vetted as then you'll also be able to stake in some of those tokens on our staking platform. So that's kind of the long and the short of it. Yeah, I can share my screen too. I can show you guys the initial. Let's see. Let me share. So I will share right now is the marketplace. So I guess, are you able to see my screen right now, Kristen? I think so. There it is.
Not at the moment. I guess we can just guide.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. So this is the version 1 of our NFT marketplace. So we are going through right now, as I mentioned before, and we're rebranding this, and we've got a whole new platform we're going to be rolling out in the near future here. But you can see there's a bunch of NFTs minted and on the site. We have some artists that are with us that have been promoting with us some of their artwork, and we're going to be doing some other promotions here coming up real soon that we're working on with some other artists. So we're hoping to plan those promotions as we roll out the new website for the marketplace. But the first version is here. You can use it. We will. I'm sure. I guess at the end of this, we can share links. If you come to our Telegram community or our website, which is TheCryptSpace.com, you can get a lot of these links to be able to go to all of our products. That's one thing. So the marketplace, and the other thing that I was mentioning earlier was also Crypt Tracker. So Crypt Tracker allows you to track your portfolios in both BSC or Ethereum networks. You basically put in your wallet address and hit track, and it pulls back what's in your wallet, and it'll show you everything in there. You can hide certain tokens, because as we all know, we all get things that are honeypots or have been rug pulls and that we're involved with. So any of those things that are in your wallet, you can click the little box and it'll hide them and take that out of your balance. Because otherwise, sometimes when you don't do that, you get excited because you see things like this where you have lots of money and you don't really, because it's really one of those scam tokens that are around. So you can hide those and it'll show you your actual balances. From here, you can actually go right to we've tried to design this so that you have access to everything in one spot. So you can click on the name of the token and it'll take you to BSC Scan or Etherscan IO to the data for that token. And then over to the far right side, you can click on charts. You can go to a PooCoin chart or you can go to a Bog Finance chart. Dex Tools is on Etherscan or Ethernet. The Ethereum network side of it. Shows the number of tokens you hold and the value and total percentage in your portfolio. And one of the things that we're doing here, and we're going to be integrating with all of the products, is ad space. So we've got ad space at the top and the bottom. So all of the, as we talked about before with our rewards program, as we're promoting other tokens, we'll be placing ads in here for them as well during that week of promotion to get them some more exposure to their projects.
Yeah, I think you covered quite enough about like the whole project and like the overview of it, and you also like mentioned all the products that you've been coming up with. Yeah, I think I see that is a very impressive project, and like the way you all work together as a team. So as you mentioned earlier that you had faced a rock pool like from one of your past projects before. So how do you improve from that and take lessons and can I say like maybe equip a much better security system for the CryptSpace so that it won't happen again? Can you maybe share some details about that?
Well, I think, yeah, absolutely. I think, one of the things as we've kind of gone along, just with going through this whole process and our community getting to really know us, that was part of the reason that I went ahead and I doxed. And that's why that I'm out in the open. My information is on LinkedIn. I've got my LinkedIn information posted right on our contract in BSC Scan. So we've been very transparent with everything that we're doing within the community. I think that's gained us a lot of trust over the whole period of time through everything. We really didn't have to, like when Rock had the problems, we didn't have to airdrop them and bring them in. They were basically lost almost everything they had at the time. We brought them in. When we relaunched our V2 contract, and we airdropped them to basically give them a chance to recoup their losses. So I think just in a lot of what we've already done, we've kind of proven to the community that we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. And just the fact that we've got all these different products that we're really bringing together now, and I think it says a lot for what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. So, how have you guys been coming up with a marketing strategy for your project? So, how do you guys plan on expanding it, maybe globally as well? Yeah, maybe you can share a little bit about that too.
Yeah, that I'm going to be honest with you. That's always a tough one. We talk about this all the time. So we spend lots of money on marketing. Some things don't pan out. Some things work better than others. You kind of go through. I know in this space, this is a frustration and a challenge that I think a lot of tokens kind of go through. Is how do you get your name out there and you actually spend money that get you really, because what it really comes down to is you need holders in return. You want to spend money to do marketing, and in return you want to get more holders. I mean, that's what every token project really wants. And it's tough sometimes. As we all know, there's lots of scammers that are out there in crypto today, and it's tough navigating that. I can tell you right now, I've been scammed multiple times myself. Thinking that it was something real and it sounded really good, but just in the end, it didn't work out. So it's always a tough thing to try to navigate that. And then even when there are ones that are real and they do something, they do what they say they're going to do, they don't always necessarily show results, and that's the challenging part. So we do spend a lot of money on that. We do have marketing and development wallets as part of our contract. So part of the taxes and the tokenomics does go back to that we use for additional marketing and development of our products. We've done this with you, because you guys are more reputable, and trying to use you as one way to promote. We've used multiple other influencers on YouTube, on Twitter, and tried all kinds of different things, and we'll continue to do that. But a lot of what we're trying to do actually with our own platform is give other people a great way to advertise and help get holders into their projects. So part of the whole thing with our rewards program is that we are advertising, and it's kind of like what happens is you've seen a lot of these projects out there that offer airdrops. They do these little airdrops to people. You give them so many tokens, and you pay them so much money to do the airdrops, and they go out and airdrop your token to a bunch of random addresses. Well, with our rewards program, we've really taken that to a whole different level. We're not really just doing an airdrop. We're really creating real buy and sell volume for other tokens that we are promoting. So what we are doing is, with our contract, it's an interchangeable reward. So our current token of the week, when we set it, we actually buy that token's reward, or that tokens from them, and then we distribute those to our holders of our token. So we're actually giving you real buy volume. You're not having to provide us with tokens. We're doing all of this advertising for you. We're actually doing live AMAs with people that are promoting with us to promote their project. So we're trying to, as part of what we're doing with this, we're creating this whole ecosystem, and within the ecosystem, we're giving people a safe place to launch their token, to promote their token, to gain holders, kind of the whole 9 yards. All the things that we hate, that we struggle with trying to do ourselves, we're trying to make a safer place in the cryptosphere for other tokens to be able to come and promote themselves.
Great. Yeah, that sounds like a very huge vision ahead of you, like a really detailed, descriptive plan. So what can you say to maybe convince the investors or new users in the space to invest in your project for the long term and hold Crypt for a really good purpose?
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, we're definitely here for the long haul. We've got lots of plans. I mean, you've heard me kind of speaking. We're just right now still scratching the surface of what we're doing. We've got a lot more yet to implement and put in place. With the portfolio tracker, we're already on both Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum network. We do plan to take a lot of everything that we're developing and be able to take it across multiple different networks. The NFT marketplace, the portfolio tracker, Launchpad. We really want to be able to expand even in the future out past Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum and go to other networks like Polygon and ADA, and some of the others as we continue to grow. Right now, I think we're focused on trying to firm up a lot of our software and get more functionality built into our software right now. So we'll probably maintain the BSC network and Ethereum for the near future. But as we start to grow that out, we'll start to take that over to some of the other networks as well. Part of the concept behind what we're doing is that some of we have a lot of our software is free at the base level, whether it be the portfolio tracker, access obviously to the marketplace, you pay just for minting. Launchpad, there'll be some features of the Launchpad that will be free to be able to check tokens, some statistics and information about tokens, and then there'll be other parts that if you're coming in to launch with us and use our services, we will be using for all of those things our token as a form of payment. So it is a utility token on top of everything else. So you're getting the utility token to use to pay for services. You're getting all of the products and the services. Some of them are free. Some of the advanced tiers are going to be paid for. and then you're getting rewards on top of that, promotions for tokens. It's really, like I said earlier, it's your one-stop shop for all your crypto needs. We really are developing a full ecosystem around our token.
Yeah, so you quite covered pretty much about like the whole project, and I think more detailed questions are coming up for the next section. I think that would be like the most exciting part for like the community, because they have so many concerns about the project, as they have done some research, of course. So we're having the first question right here. Recently, we witnessed a lot of scams in multiple NFT marketplace, which is bad for NFT reputation. How do you prevent it from happening in the Crypt space?
Well, I wish I had a little more information as to what kind of scams they were seeing. I mean, I guess I will say that with our marketplace, the way that we do it currently today is that when you mint an NFT, so you're kind of doing it from the whole process. You connect your wallet to it, you mint it, and then you have the ability to list it on our website, on our marketplace if you want to sell it, or once you can either leave it listed, or if you want, you can delist it, and then it goes right into your like MetaMask wallet, and then you have the ability to take it, transfer it, and do what you want with it. So it's really under your control the whole time. So it's not like at any point that we really have your NFT and somebody could run away with your NFT. So I think from a security standpoint, you maintain ownership and control of your NFT throughout the entire process. Hoping that it kind of answers what he was getting at.
Yeah, I hope that resolved the concerns of like this user, and I think that represents a lot of other users' concerns as well. So you handle that question so well, even though it's like such a difficult one to start with. So yeah, we're moving on to the second question right here. Currently, the cash flow is being distributed according to trend. What are your plans in the meantime to attract more investors interested in Crypt token?
So again, I think a lot of that is going to be based on the Launchpad concept and the rewards program concept. One of the things that everybody I think likes is that everybody gets excited about a new launch. When a new token launches, everybody wants to jump in. They want to ape into the project. So part of our whole concept is that we're always going to be surrounded by new launches. We're going to be working with these token projects, helping them launch, giving them a safe place to launch, promoting their token, and then if you buy our token, you get their token. The more, I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but with the rewards program, the more crypt that you hold, the more of the reward token that you own or you earn. So it's based on volume, how much of the reward token you get, so how much volume in trading we do, and then also the amount you hold. So it's proportional to the amount of crypt that you hold. So the more of our token you hold, the more you get of the reward token. But that whole hype about just launching these tokens, that always kind of gets people excited and keeps them coming in. And because we're going to be changing that every week, and we'll have new tokens every week, that's one thing that we're really thinking is going to help drive bringing in new investors all the time. And then obviously our products. I mean, having the NFT marketplace and having the portfolio tracker, and in the future we'll have the tax reporting software. It really is, like I said earlier, it's that ecosystem that we're creating to give everybody one place to go to kind of do everything. The whole concept with us is everything kind of right at your fingertips. You don't have to go to 18 different places to do this or to do that. That's one of the things that I know I struggled with originally before we started this project, was that from everything I would do with my crypto portfolio, I was going to a bunch of different sites to be able to do everything. it's a pain. So we're trying to make it easy. We're trying to simplify it. We're trying to give everybody one place to go to do things, make it easy for them.
Right. Yeah. So maybe following doesn't always like work the best for every project. So you've got to know what's like the most suitable for the own token for your own project token, and gotta have a whole long-term vision ahead of yours. Um, so next up we have this question that says, what measures will the CryptSpace take to safeguard the artist's copyright? I think this one is a really interesting question.
Yeah, Mechanic, do you want to jump in on this one at all?
Yeah, it is a difficult question. I mean, what we will plan to do on the new NFT marketplace is basically get them to sign up with their own accounts. So there's one particular artist that we've got signed up, Caroline, where basically she would have her own like her own space on the marketplace. So everything will be obviously copyrighted to hers. All the artwork that she's uploaded is copyrighted anyway. So people obviously take it from the site or whatever. Obviously, it'd be illegal anyway. But yeah, it's quite a difficult question. But yeah, I'm not really sure.
I don't think. I mean, there's no way for somebody to just copy it from the website. Obviously you could screenshot, the preview, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess, it's something we could look at maybe is watermarking them as they're on there, as they're put on. That might be a possibility. It's something that maybe we could take a look at if there's concerns about screenshotting things to copy and repost on a marketplace. But yeah, I mean, again, it goes back to what I said earlier. From the beginning to the end of the process, the artist maintains the NFT the whole time. So yeah, I mean, outside of us possibly watermarking maybe the screen where it's displayed so that it's it never would be the exact original. That's possibly something we could look into.
Yeah, I think that's like the whole point of NFT, like each artwork has their own code, so like no one can access in. Like the artist has their own key, like each NFT
Right.
has its own like kind of like QR code or something like that. So I think maybe like you can copy the original, but you can never have it. So that's how I think that's how it works. Guarantees for like
Correct.
the users trust the most. Yeah. So for the fourth question, most of the marketplace at the moment supports multi-chain. So in the future, how many chains is the CryptSpace going to support?
Well, again, as I mentioned earlier, I think that's limitless. I think as we continue to grow, we will try to branch out to as many chains as we possibly can. Obviously, that will take time, and I can't really give you right now an exact timeline for when we will start branching out to others. As I mentioned earlier, right now our goal is to perfect all of our products, well, I say perfect. Software development's never done. It's always ever changing, but at least get to where we feel really comfortable with our initial products before we jump to additional networks past BSC and Ethereum. But yeah, the plan is there's really no end to where we will try to move to as far as other networks are concerned.
That's great. Yeah. So do you have any chain that you're targeting right now first?
Yeah, I mean, well, I can say me personally. I don't know, Mechanic, if you've got ones that you're thinking about, but I know myself. I'm kind of interested with ADA and Polygon.
Yeah, I was going to say Polygon. I like Polygon.
How so? Do you have like anything in mind, like maybe 3 key points that make you guys interested in that?
I think I've been watching it, and I think just watching how it's progressing and how it's starting to grow and the popularity of it, and more and more projects starting to list on it, I think it kind of makes I think it's got a really strong future. I think at this point. So obviously, as we're starting to evaluate different networks to go on to, that's going to be an important part of it, is to kind of look to see obviously where people are kind of migrating to. And that's why I say I don't really even want to throw out a timeline yet until we get a little further with our final products, because it's hard to say. Everybody knows how crypto is. Things change so fast in this market. We're interested and we like Polygon and ADA now, but months from now it could be totally different, and we may when we're ready to actually move into another network, the best possible chain may be another one. And again, I think we're going to try to conquer as many as we can. But obviously we'll look at, which ones make sense to do first, the most, which ones have bigger popularity probably.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I also agree on that with you guys. So we are reaching the last question right here, which says metaverse trend is gradually blossoming and being implemented by many projects. Will it affect the business in general and the crypto space in specific in 2022? So technically next year.
That's an interesting question. Mechanic, do you have any input on this one?
It's a tough one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Maybe you guys were probably surprised.
Yeah, that one I will say has caught me off guard, I guess, a little bit. I guess I'm assuming when they're talking about the metaverse trend, they're talking about more like the virtual reality 3D implementation.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so I think I think that's a great concept. It really does have a lot of potential. I mean, it's kind of going. I remember years ago, when you first started seeing some of these sci-fi movies come out, and you really saw with 3D and people walking around in 3D space and doing things.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we're really at the point now today where we're able to do that, and I think it could really open up a whole world of changes, because I look at it like this, is that even as we're dealing today, you have kind of some of your main platforms. So we deal with a lot of Telegram, and obviously a lot of Twitter, but you're meeting and you're talking with and you're dealing with people from all over the world. Even our team is very diverse. We have 26 people on our team, and we're from all over the planet. So what would be really cool about it is that, being able to have that 3D reality, we all talk to each other. We struggle with obviously the different time zones and when people can cross. You'll still have that even with a 3D reality, but you go from being able to just talk to somebody to now being able to interact with somebody, and then taking everything that we're doing from a software standpoint, and instead of it just necessarily being on a web browser or a mobile app, now you could actually develop that software into the 3D space. So when you're inside the 3D space, you could actually go in and do and use the functionalities of the software. So I think it's a really cool concept. Obviously, I don't think I've seen anybody that's actually there yet, but it's definitely something we will definitely keep our eye on. And if things start to head that way, it may be one of those things that we want to try to get in front of and get out early on. But yeah, I can't say right now it's definitely on our roadmap yet. We're still trying to get, I think, the rest of our product base out. But it is something that maybe in the future we'll definitely entertain. We'll keep our eye on that one.
Yeah, because I did some research on like the white paper of the CryptSpace, and I saw like the section where it talked about like the VR gallery or like the NFT museum. So
Yeah.
I thought you guys had like the idea of it already, but yeah, so I was
Well,
kind of surprised that you didn't see this coming.
Well, we do actually, yeah. For the marketplace, we have the concept of being able to go in and just walk around. So you have like a gallery where you show the artwork on the walls and things like that, and you'll be able to walk around and see them. But I think this I take this question as it's a little bit more than just that. I think it's kind of taking everything to that next level with being able to use the software, interact with people in the whole virtual reality space. And actually, it kind of just gave me a great idea for it because our whole concept being the crypt is with a pyramid. So maybe we make our whole a pyramid that we go in and we interact with everybody, and you can use our software and you look at your NFTs, and so that actually may be a really cool idea.
Yeah, interesting. I think you should probably look into that in the like maybe in the next
Yeah.
quarter of your project. Yeah, that's a really great idea. So unfortunately, we have reached the end of our live AMA, but before that, let's open it up and find out who are the 5 lucky winners for the pre-live giveaway first. So yeah, let's show that to the audience right now. I think we have some technical problems here. Well, let's just interact a little bit before. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's hit the button. Congratulations. So those 5 usernames will be posted on our announcement later on BSC Army Twitter account. So guys, don't forget to claim your reward because we will post the full description of it on our Twitter as well. So thank you, Cliff and Mechanic, for spending your time here today with BSC Army. We had a really good time with you, getting to know about the project and dig deeper and having some insights about the CryptSpace. So would you like to have any last words
I'll just
to our lovely audience right here?
Yeah, I'll just say that we really appreciate working with you guys. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate you guys taking the time to do the AMA with us. Love every opportunity we get to be able to further discuss our project and get information out there for people to make smart choices when they're looking to invest.
Yeah, great. Thank you for your time here. So guys, for the last part, follow their Twitter account, follow their Telegram channel and ours as well to get more information about the project and more highlighted projects and IDO news, crypto news, and all of that later. So thank you for your time today. I appreciated you showing up here with our live AMA section, and thank you all for staying until the end as well. I want to see you all in the next video, but for now, let's say goodbye.